Hibana would be pretty good. And if we're defending first, banning Thermite. It all just depends, you know, whether we attack or defend first. Because if we ban Thermite, right, and we reinforce the hatch, and you know how someone can just impact trick the hatch? If they pick Thermite, all they have to do, you know, is just place like a charge right next to the hatch, and they'll usually get it. But with Hibana, they had to put the pellets on the hatch in order for it to open, and
10 seconds left.
it should give the defender or one of us with an impact nade enough time to stop it.
Time limit expired.
Yeah. And then again, that's all for downstairs. If they go downstairs, I feel like Clubhouse is one of those maps where the same kind of push can work for every site, I guess. If we know that they're gonna go to if we know they're gonna go to a CCTV room, again, you know, make sure we bring Capitao. If Capitao is banned, you know, we just gotta make sure that we have a Maverick and, you know, some sort of like Asher Sophia, so we can open up that wall. Make sure we bring smokes. Always at least one pair of smokes.
Insertion in 10 seconds.
And depending on the map, one or two claymores.
You must locate and defuse the bomb.
And as far as, you know, as for defenders goes, I feel like, you know, making sure that we bring Maestro or Echo for sure. Making sure that we kind of set up line of sights. So like for instance, right, that Capitao, you know, let's say we wanna like counter the Capitao, right, from getting the wall. All we gotta do is, if we bring Castle, have the Castle barricade this door, and you know that Capitao shouldn't be able to get the wall from the garage. If he comes to,
know about that though?
like not
no, just like in general.
When I play against teams, I'd probably say like 2 out of 10 times it happens. But it doesn't happen like all that much.
Happening, that's why I did pick that castle and barricade that.
What do you think with the defenders? Who is outside of garage right now? Come down to the blue window. Or Jinx.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna repel on this window, right, and then repel upside down. Okay, cool. On this one, go over it again. So like you'll able to see if someone's holding an angle like here. Like you'll be able to see, like, you can see Beto right now, right? Like the only way like Beto can see is if you're laying down.
Don't smoke.
Which one's Beto?
Oh, stop it.
Can you
right
see
there.
me from like right here?
In between.
I'm the captain. I'm the captain.
Well, repel low enough where you can just barely see.
Yeah, just barely see me. Because what you're aiming, like, I can't fucking see you at all, dude. Like, I could legit, like, can't even see you. And you could see, like...
Like, right there.
Yeah, the body will be upside down, but...
Yeah, right now I can see you. I can see the tip of your head, but not much. No.
But that's not really the goal, though. Like, for our practice, it's mostly to be like, hey, we're here. You know, like, we're watching you from that window. And they won't be able to see you at all.
Just cutting off the rotate, really. What else?
So defenders.
As far as the defending goes for downstairs, right? Again, I feel like, because of how Clubhouse is, right? I feel like Clubhouse, you really don't need two roamers. That's just my opinion. Defending Armory. Mainly because, you know, Armory, or at least the bottom floor, is so big that, you know, you can have people holding different things without getting in people's way, right? So, like, for example,
And we got slammed because they literally just pushed the vigil. And they literally had every top control.
because, like, I get what you mean, and, you know, again, this would all just be, you know, like the starting 5 ops, right? So, like, let's say we do, you know, four anchors, and we see that that works out fine. Really, there's no need to change it, right? But let's say, we do the 4 anchors, and we don't see it, like, working out. Then we'll be like, okay, you know what? We need one more roamer. You know, it's just having like a, having like an outline, I guess. You know, that way everyone knows what they're doing, and if they don't, then, you know, we know who's paying attention and who's not. Because like I'm saying, for like the downstairs hold that I have, you know, again, you know, you have the mirror. The mirror's pretty self-explanatory. She just watches the main stairs. Yeah, in the middle or anywhere on this wall, you know, they have that that hole up there for that C4. I can't do it very well, but you know, if you toss that C4 just right, and if there's anyone in those on the bottom of the stairs, you know, they'll die. You have the mirror in blue, and you know, again, very simple. This wall right here is reinforced, and then there's a line of sight on this wall. And reason for that being is, that was, originally it's not, but depending on who plays that mirror, I feel more comfortable with 1 or 2 reinforcements. But pretty much, you know, the whole thing about this, wall being soft and having a line of sight, it's, you know, again, the mirror just gives it that, gives the mirror a chance to just quick peek people. And that's pretty much mirror done, or what she does, you know, she reinforces this wall, places her mirror on it, she reinforces, this wall. And then as far as mute pretty much is in charge of, you know, making the rotate. Just run through, I'd preferably run through, and you know, he also just shoots out the side of the hatch, again, just so we, Castle can impact trick it. His meat jammers, you know, one of them goes on blue, one of them goes on dirt, and then the other one goes onto church. And those 3 doors are gonna end up having castle reinforcements placed, so that's pretty much what castle does. It's gonna be 1 in church, 1 in dirt, and 1 in blue.
Can you stand right here and then kill me?
No. No, that is 3.
Castles, Jinx.
Castles.
What?
Oh, mute jammers, that's 1, 2, 3, and then the last one, yeah, pretty much anywhere where you think would be beneficial. And then mute gets the middle wall in church, and then the far left in church. Castle's job is to get the hatches. He's gonna get the the stock, and he's gonna get kitchen. And then that's 3, and then the 4th one is Maestro. Right. Maestro, his main job really is gonna be placing an evil eye up in bar. And Maestro has, I think, the most to do out of everyone in this lineup. But Maestro, he places this evil eye up here on the wall, and that's there for just kind of protecting the bar hatch. He'll also make a line of sight on this wall. If that Maestro makes the line of sight like he's supposed to, he can see, you know, like people on these stairs. So again, you know, more intel. His second evil eye goes over, goes on this wall. Just goes like around, yeah, pretty much like right there, really. And that just protects this. This back one will be reinforced. Oh, is that?
Operator standing.
No. That one's not. That wall is gonna have just like a hole, cause that'll give the castle a, not the castle, but it gives the, I can't think, what the fuck? It gives the Maestro a line of sight, I guess,
15 seconds.
onto this back hallway into connector. But really, Maestro's main job is just gonna be watching cams, trying to protect the hatch as much as he can. And then the last one is Jaeger. And Jaeger is pretty self-explanatory. Again, you know, he's gonna be the only roamer at first. He's just gonna place his ADSs and like one in blue, one in sight. Oh no, one in what's it called? Connector. And then the other one where we think it'll be beneficial to the team.
You said one in sight, one connector, and one blue, right? For Jaegers.
Yeah, cause the way I see it, right, and you know, I could be wrong, and this probably wouldn't make any. This
Protect the bombs.
might not make any sense, but with the castle being in blue,
10 seconds.
and with the mirror also being in blue, if the team isn't, if the team we're facing, right, if they aren't very good at
Location.
droning, I guess, they might miss the ADS, which in that case, you know, it'll just protect that that castle and make it stay make it stay up a bit longer. Because what I'm thinking is having the ADS on this, like, what's it called, like this power box or whatever, facing in front of the mirror. And this one in blue, yeah, it'd be, you know, he places just there, here. I think in order to stop it from getting the castle, it would be on this side. And again, you know, if they come in, you know, they open up the, if they manage to get the hatch, you know, if they come in from from oil pit, they'll be like, oh, you know, there's a mirror, and then there is a castle, right? Let's say they try and get rid of the castle with a nade, the ADS eats it up. If they try and get rid of it with an ash charge, it'll eat it up. Same thing with Sophia. Maybe if we place the ADS like right here in the corner instead on that wall, maybe it'll protect this wall as well. I'm not sure. I've never tried it.
Well, I mean, I would rather keep this wall soft just so that whoever's in the mirror could call out from the person in church. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like ping the floor and fucking aim at high level 3, 2, 1, go. Like after they ping in, after pop, 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 you know.
Whatever you guys would feel more comfortable with, it's fine with me. Whether you know we leave it reinforced, whether we reinforce it or leave it soft is fine. Jaeger's main job again is wasting time. He'll probably just place, you know, his bar in blue, one by oil pit, and then another one by the east stairs. Then he'll end up using his reinforcements upstairs in CCTV. Just kind of give him a little bit more like room, I guess, to roam. So you know they can't, so they don't just walk in CCTV and try and hunt them down. Dirt is gonna be because for me, this is just my opinion, right? I don't see Dirt being worth it. You know what I mean? Because all they need to do for Dirt is bring one EMP and, you know, a thermite.
Not even an EMP, dude, just some Maverick.
Be advised, Op
I
4
mean, it is,
located a bomb.
but then, you know, that's wasted reinforcements, I guess, in my opinion. You know what I mean? If let's say we want to get Dirt, Jaeger would get it. Instead of placing his two reinforcements up in CC, he would just get Dirt Tunnel. Again, it would all just depend on, you know, what the enemy team is doing and what we feel like is better. The better option at the time. Because right here, this would be 1, Dirt is 2, so that's 3, Hatchet. What you mean? Yeah. Well, there's 2 in CCTV room, and then there's 2 in Dirt.
Wait, I have a question. This has nothing to do with the strategy, but like, if Maverick damages the castle barricade but doesn't open it, and someone tears it down, does Castle get that barricade back?
I don't think so.
Not really. We'll do the testing in the field later.
And again, that's pretty much the setup for downstairs. The setup for freaking gym. If you guys just want to come up to gym quick. So the setup for gym, or at least the way we have it at the moment, you know, there's a rotate. This one has to be vault. So, you know, the defender and attacker has to vault through it. This wall is reinforced, and then Mira places her mirror on it. Castle, you know, just reinforces, castle's off, gym reinforces, this wall. Jaeger, in this setup, would bring a shield. Just placing it, like, right here as close to the wall as he can. So the bandit can bandit trick a little bit more safer. Mira would place her second mirror in this logistics office, whatever it's called. I'm not really sure what side would be best. Right now, I'm thinking this side would be best. If we reinforce it, place a mirror, and then make again another vaultable hole. If we reinforce, you know, we reinforce construction, castle off, the logistics, and place an ADS in this corner by the water cooler, water dispenser, and then one behind the mirror. Just kinda, in this setup, it would be whoever plays in this room would just have to kinda he would kind of know he's gonna die at some point in the round. He would just, you know, want to try and waste as much time as he can. Yeah. That being said, you know, I'd probably put the castle in here and, you know, just have him try and do his best. And then his last castle, if it just can go wherever he wants it to. If he wants to place it on this window, he can. Or if he wants to place it somewhere else, like what's it called? The logistics office, he can. Oh yeah, I forgot. Actually, the last castle gets put on the bathroom door. And that's just there to protect the mirror from getting shot from construction. And then the only special thing about the gym castle, just make sure you hit it 11 times, right? So if we know that they're planting, all you have to do is just walk out, punch it once, and then you have it open. And then we'll just shotgun the line of sight on this wall. If we bring Maestro, right, he would place one of his evil eyes on top of these weights and just place it on this wall. And again, that's just there to keep an eye on Jim. If we do that, we need to make sure that we open up a little bit, like a bigger hole on this side so he can have line of sight into construction. And as far as that goes, pretty much the reinforcements for this site would be, you know, 2 on the outer wall of bathroom, 1 in bathroom itself, and 1 leading into office. So that's 5. 6, the one in this little room. 7, which would be on construction. And then we would have 3 left over, which we could use on whatever you guys would want.
Swapping mags!